Ladies and gents, welcome back to the TSI YouTube channel for episode number 8 of season number 3 on the Burton Albion Road to Glory. First things first, let's address the elephant in the room. I have moved my camera from the bottom right to the top right for no other reason. One, when we're looking at things like the table, you can actually see the whole table. And also there's parts in the game, if I'm down in the bottom right-hand corner, you can't see the play. So I think it being in the top right-hand corner may just mean you see a little bit more of what I want you to see. Before we dive into the plan for today's episode, though, a big thank you to everyone who continues to show the love and support on all of the videos so far. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It's absolutely free. All you got to do is click the subscription button down below. Come and join us on the road to 1K, which is the goal for 2025. And as always, if you want to join me over on Twitch and Discord, the links to both of them are down in the description. So as always, let's have a little look at the table before we dive into this. With 26 games into the season, we are over the halfway stage. We are currently on we're currently in 8th position on 39 points. We are 3 points off the playoffs, and we are hunting down those ahead of us in the table. Leading the way is Luton and Sheffield United, who continue to set the pace and look like the front runners for promotion. And at the bottom, the strugglers are Blackpool, Bolton and Sunderland. The 5 games to use today, then, will see us finish off January. It's going to be Birmingham away in the FA Cup. We will simulate that game, though, because we are focusing on the league. Although the board do want us to get to the last 16, I'm going to hope that the simulation gods are on our side once again as we simulate that one before. Nottingham Forest at home, it's Hull City away, it's Blackpool at home, and then it's West Brom away in the league. And that will wrap up January, and the January transfer window will slam shut. And speaking of the transfer window, we know what we need to do. We need a striker. We have no backup striker currently to our Conte and Morse, and if one of those two gets injured, we are in the mud. So we are going to bring in a striker in this episode. Who that is, I am not sure yet. We're still waiting for a couple of scouts. We're not going to panic just yet. And in terms of the contract situation, I have decided that Van Kooten and Webster will be the two to get given contracts. Sweeney and Godwin Malaf are surplus to requirements, but we will not get rid of them in this window. We will let them go on a free, mainly because we have no backup right back. And if one of the centre halves gets injured, we have no backup centre back as well. So I'm just looking to keep a little bit of depth. Let's just keep those players in there for the rest of the season should we need them. And then they can go at the end of the season. But Van Kooten and Webster have shown me enough that they deserve a new contract. So that's the first thing that we are going to do. All right, fingers crossed this should be a fairly easy one to get over the line. We'll say important. Again, he is a bit of a rotation player now. But we'll only offer you a 2-year deal. You are 29, so I don't really want to offer you more than that. He's absolutely fine with that. We'll disregard the release clause as always. And the wages, I'm going to offer you just a little bit more than what you're on currently to see if you will bite at that. And he does. Van Kooten is in for another 2 years. I think that's a pretty good bit of business again. Bit of experience in that squad. Whereas typically we'd look to bring in some younger, inexperienced players. He is going to be vital to that. Charlie Webster, the other man we are looking to extend. He's up to a 68 rated player all of a sudden. So that's really, really good for me. His growth has been, I think he started like 62 maybe in season 1. He wants a 4-year extension. I'm going to go for it. He's only 22. He may grow further and we may be able to get some money for him. So I'm not too angry about that. Doesn't want a release clause. But accept that. On the wages, we are going to offer you, let's offer you 5k a week, which have been fairly solid for us. Hopefully he'll take that. 5k, absolutely. The 2 players we wanted to keep are staying. Contracts signed, sealed and delivered. So as we said, we will simulate this Birmingham City game, and I am going to make just a couple of changes just to keep things fresh. Van Kooten, who's just earned his new contract, will come in. We are going to go to the 4-4-1-1 system as it kind of is, and revert back to the old one, just to give the chance for Morse to have a rest and get Webster playing in some game time as well. That's just really the only thought process behind that. Keeler was going to come into the middle, and I think that will probably do us. In fact, we'll get Crocombe in goal for this one. That's not a Dauphin. We don't want to play Crocombe at centre-half, and then we'll just make a couple of changes just to keep things fresh. And hopefully we can stay in the FA Cup. I won't be too disappointed if we do go out, but the board do want us to get us to the last 16. Fortunately, it's a penalty shootout exit 1-1 in normal time. Our Conte got the goal for us, but unfortunately, we are out 4-2 on penalties. Our Conte missed his penalty. Winkler missed his penalty, which sees us crash out of the FA Cup. The board won't be too happy with that, but I'm hoping that the league position that we hopefully end up with will be enough to smooth over that little crack. We've received a massive offer for Mikey Moore. £19.6 million. Of course, we are going to reject it, but Porto are coming sniffing for our wonder kid on the left. I knew he was going to be a talent, but I didn't quite imagine that we'd be getting offers of £20 million for him merely a season after we signed him. We will reject that deal Again, he might not get too happy about this, but we are going to reject it. I can't afford to get rid of him, despite the tag that he's been put on him. He's vital to this season. Next season, maybe, when we can bring in some big star players, but this season, you're staying where you are, Mikey. Now, an offer I wasn't expecting to come through, but that has, is for Keedle. £3 million from Cardiff City. And I think that's too good to turn down. Again, he doesn't play regularly, and I reckon I could get somebody in to replace him that's probably as good, if not better. So I think we will negotiate this offer and try and get closer to 4 and try and bank some money. Again, I wasn't expecting this to really happen, but I'm going to go in at 4 and see what they say. They want £4 million. Okay, we actually accept that. Providing the talks don't break down, Keeda will leave for £4 million. And I think we only signed him for £1 million, maybe even less than that. So that's a brilliant bit of business if we can get that through. And then we'll have to look to bring in a replacement CDM centre mid player. We'll take a break from the busy transfer period, as it is a big one. It's 8th against 4th. And you feel like maybe it's a must-win game. As Nottingham Forest come to town, we have gone back to the 4-4-2. We reverted from what we did in the Cup, and we're going to just try and hope to grind out a result here. Again, consistency has been the issue. We know it. We've said it many times. But we're going to have to be consistent if we're going to win here. And that's an early chance for Gibbs White, but Carra has that covered. Winkler now down this right-hand side. We'll look for the run of Morse. Finds the run of Morse. And Morse now is going to try and find the run of Arconte. Is Arconte onside? He is! Burton Albion lead in what is a huge game at the top of the Championship. And Arconte is the man that gets the goal. He drops the gritty in front of the home fans. I thought for a split second he may have just been offside, but Morse timed it perfectly. Let's have a look at it again. Oh, God, it is tight. The number 5 maybe just playing them on, but we take a massive 1-0 lead early in this one. Burton 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Forest looking to make an instant impact as Jota now puts it back to Gibbs White. And Taylor's there, and Taylor has a shot. Van Dijk gets the blocking. Helen Doffin get the blocking. Does, but it falls to Alanga. Oh, what was Guest doing at the back post? I think maybe he thought it had broken clear, and from ecstasy to agony as Alanga gets the equaliser almost instantly. Scrappy. Van Dijk got a good block in it. Doffin got a good block in it. It just fell to Alanga, and Guest couldn't get there. Facing the other way. Beats Carra at the front post. 1-1. Guest now on the ball. Looking to maybe make up for the earlier mistake, and he's going to try and find Arconte in the middle and can't. Doesn't fall kindly to Mikey Moore. We've had that big money offer come in for. So Doffin's going to try and win the ball, and Elliot Watt does, but this is a really good game so far. Referee plays the advantage. Mikey Moore looks to knock the ball past. Will go back, and that should be a yellow card for the Nottingham Forest man. Is Gibbs White the first man into the book. Well, now on the ball, and he's going to try and find Mikey Moore, and does. And Mikey Moore's going to try and find Arconte. Arconte's going to have a pop from distance, but Michelle is there. Going to fall to Diarra on the edge, and Diarra tries to be cute with a little pass, but it's another good opportunity for us. Brilliant from Mikey Moore. It's exactly why we've got to keep that man in a Burton Albion shirt. Here he is again. Moore into Morse. Morse now does well to Turner's man, but Abbott gets a vital block in before the man was going to pull his trigger. Mikey Moore now down the left-hand side. Can he create anything that beats his man? That's wonderful from Mikey Moore. Can he find Morse? Does find Morse. Morse goes back to Diarra, who's going to have a shot from distance. Oh, it's just wide. Oh, it would have been goal of the season had that hit the back of the net. Just wound one up from distance, and I thought for a split second it was sailing into that top left-hand corner. It just goes wide. It's still 1-1. Morse now on the edge of the box. Back to goal. Going to stick this out wide to Winkler, and Winkler now has got a bit of space to work into. We'll just try and drive into the box himself. Go back to Morse on the edge, and we'll go back to Elliot Watt on the edge of the box. Shoots, balls to Morse, left foot shoots. Oh, he's hit the bar. Oh, the keeper was nowhere to be seen. He was beaten, but it's just hit the woodwork. Oh, what a game of football this is. This is more like it. This is what we want to see. We look like an absolute threat every time we go forward. As do Nottingham Forest, as the referee adds 1 minute on, and there is the half-time whistle. Everyone go and get a drink, because that has been probably the best 45 minutes of football we'll see this season. But at the break, it is Burton 1, Nottingham Forest 1. 5 minutes into the second half, and we have the chance to come forward for the first time as Winkers touches Henry, does well to fight back. This is a crucial 40 or so minutes in the course of our season. A draw's not the worst result. A defeat would feel absolutely horrendous at this stage, as Alanga's using his pace now, and Doffin is treading water a little bit as he's trying to get back now. Can't get back. Ball to the back post. Campueno clear, he can. Brilliant defending from us. We cannot lose this game. Big, strong number 9, just wiggling his way through. And Mikey Moore's there. Mikey Moore is going to try and find Morse again. And Moore shoots. Oh, it's a brilliant save again from Mitchell in the Nottingham Forest goal. I thought maybe the defender was going to get hold of it. How we've not put the ball in the back of the net for the second time today, I do not know, as Alanga's coming forward now. Elliot Watt's trying to get back, using absolutely everything he's got to try and win this ball. Hasn't. Alanga's still got the ball. Guest now going to have to try and cut it across. Ball goes into the box. Kara should be there, is there. Gets into Winkler. Winkler now. Use all the pace you've got. Drive into the box if you can. Can he get it back to Morse? Surely this time. No. Straight at the keeper. Just had to find a corner. Oh, no. Oh, no. Adeyemi. He's in on goal. The Staffordshire Police, I'd like to report a robbery at the Pirelli because that is an absolute joke. How we have lost this game, I will never know. We have just been carved apart by a simple pass. Where is a Dauphin? Couldn't get a pass. Kara's beaten. I don't know how Kara's beaten. It's pretty much straight at him, and Forest probably win it with 5 minutes to go. Oh, Adeyemi's in again. Kara's coming out. Saved. We are going to lose this game against Nottingham Forest. It feels like an absolute kick in the teeth. It really does, because we have been superb as Kara gets down low. Well, Elliot Watt clears, but the referee's going to look at the whistle and blow it. And I'm absolutely gutted, because we have played our part in an absolutely brilliant game of football, and somehow we've walked away with nothing at the Pirelli Stadium. And at full time, it's Burton 1, Forest 2. Peter was out the door then. He leaves after a couple of years at the Pirelli. He was our first signing, of course, so a little bit bittersweet to see him go. He's done absolutely nothing wrong, but when Cardiff come knocking for £3 million, you can't turn that down. So we bid you farewell, Keedle. Thank you for your service, and thank you for the money, Cardiff. With the departure of Keedle, we will look to bring in a new man, and a man I've had on my shortlist for a while, Cameron Brannigan. We will look to bring him in. He's 71 rated, he's 30 years old, so he probably won't get any better, but with a market value of 1.3, we should be able to get a bit of a good deal here, hopefully, and bank some of that money from Keedle. Let's have a look then. We'll put you as an important player. Doesn't mind that. We'll give you a 2-year deal. He might want more. Nope, he's absolutely fine with that. We're going to disregard a release clause. And wages, you're on 8.6 at the minute. I'll offer you 9 and see if you'll accept that. He will. He's absolutely buzzing. An instant replacement for that man coming through. And it's actually a free transfer because he's out of contract. Even better, we didn't have to pay a single penny for him. Wonderful. So 4 million banked, a new player in. He's actually better rated than Keedle. That's a brilliant bit of business from us. We've got a few strikers on the shortlist as well. Plenty to choose from. And I think the man we're going to go for is Boving. And we're going to try and get him on loan. They may well reject this, but I'm going to try and get him on loan at least until the end of the season. Just a basic loan. We'll have you for a year if you want it. Okay, they want short term. That'll be to the end of the season. We'll accept that. Okay, that could be an absolute genius signing that hasn't cost us anything. Steve Cooper's in the office. How would you want to split the wages? I don't know what wages he's on. That's the only... Okay, he's on 37 grand. Let's try that. They may well tell me to get stuffed here. They want a 60-40 split. We'll be spending 22 grand. Let's try a 40-60 split in our favour. Okay, they're absolutely delighted with that. We've got our first loan signing of the save. It's taken us 3 seasons, but we finally have a new man in and we have a new striker on our hands. Another vital game in the playoff picture. Hull are currently 5th. We have dropped down, I think, to 10th after that defeat to Nottingham Forest, but it is very tight at the top. And we are in our all-white strip, and we are going to try and bounce back from that somehow impossible defeat against Nottingham Forest and try and get a huge 3 points to really kickstart this promotion push. Going to go out wide, find Winkler, and does find Winkler, and Winkler now into the box. Can he cut back? Try and find Morse. No, he's going to find Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore's going to shoot. Good save by Rakopi in the Hull City goal. That would have been the dream start for us. That white kit is absolutely glowing under the lights in Hull. Elliot Watt, ball into the box, tries to find Morse at the back post, does, but his header is way over the bar, and that is not threatening the goal. Gango now into Mellon. Mellon has a shot from distance. Kara's there. Outstretched left hand, tips it round the post. Didn't have his best game against Nottingham Forest, but comes in clutch there as Buenos at the front post, and Elliot Watt can now clear the ball. Gets a little bit lucky. A bit scrappy at the back, but we do clear it. Tackle by Elliot Watt. We can now maybe look to counter-attack, and Conte's there, finds Mikey Moore, and Mikey Moore's got acres of spaces just to stretch his legs and drive into the box. He's going to go back to the edge to Morse. Morse is going to have a shot from distance, good save by Rakapoi in the Hull City goal yet again. It's going to be another corner again. I don't get excited too much by corners because typically we don't score these. As Guest at the front post, flicks it down, Van Dijk, Guest. Oh, just as we were saying, we don't score them. Guest with a wonderful flick on it, fell to Van Dijk, probably the man we didn't want it falling to. Nothing really to speak about in the second half so far. Been a pretty drab second half performance from both sides. No options created in the first 15 minutes, and we're looking just to drive forward again. And Morse finds Winkler, and here's a chance maybe for us to get our first chance of the second half. Winkler into the box, shoots, good save by Rakapoi again in the Hull City goal. 3 really good opportunities for us now that we haven't been able to take, and it's just going to cost us. We need the points more than Hull. Winkler's so good with his feet. Finds Guest. Guest now down this right-hand side. Can drive into the box. Anyone there for him. Pulls it back to Morse. Oh, it's just wide. The angle was tight. It was never going to be kind, but oh, God, how have we not scored? Elliot Watt now driving forward. Webster's come on up top. We've got no one else yet until that new man comes in, so we're having a little bit of a gamble with Charlie Webster up top just to see if it can make anything happen. Try and find a crucial goal as Webster finds Winkler now, and Winkler can drive into the box. Winkler's got another opportunity to shoot. Goal! I thought the chance had gone. I thought it would be deflected. Winkler's broken the deadlock with 10 minutes to go, and it's a huge goal for the Burton Albion number 13. It's Charlie Webster with the assist. We brought him on up top as a complete gamble, and he's found the assist. I thought here, when the defender came across, I was sure he got the block in. Oh, he doesn't. He actually goes past it. Winkler puts it into the far corner. We've deserved that. We've been absolutely brilliant in this game. It's Burton 1, Hull City 0. Webster's there again. Webster's going to find our Conte. Webster's been absolutely brilliant since coming to win the game. He does! The Burton Albion number 10 secures the 3 points. Charlie Webster, an inspired substitution. It's an absolute managerial masterclass at Hull City, and it's come because of Charlie Webster. Our Conte gets the goal. That's going to wrap up the 3 points, and after the disappointment against Nottingham Forest, that is so well deserved because we've been sensational yet again in this game. Our Conte gets on the score sheet. Hull City 0, Burton Albion 2. Just 2 minutes added on then at the end of this game as Mellum comes forward for Hull City. We don't want to concede. Let's try and keep the clean sheet as Van Dijk comes across. Van Dijk, a brilliant tackle. We'll just get the ball forward. Referee, look at your watch, please. There is the full-time whistle, and it's a huge 3 points against 5th place Hull City to keep the playoff dream well and truly alive after defeat last time out. We bloody deserve that because we were simply sensational for most of that game. Hull had a couple of chances, but we had countless opportunities knocking on the door. Eventually, Winkler's the man that breaks the deadlock. We take 3 points home. Come on, the Brewers. Hull City 0, Burton Albion 1. New man through the door. The loan signing is in from Leicester City, and we have ourselves a new striker. He has agreed to join us, and the medical is done and dusted. And we have a new face through the door. We are going to get him into the squad ASAP, along with the other new man. So it will be Crocombe comes out. Boving will come into the squad along. Oh, I think I've just realised that centre mid's coming in at the end of the season. Oh, it's just realised as I've just been looking for him. That's going to be an end-of-season job. Oh, no, we might have to sign another one. Okay, we might need another central midfielder for this season. Welcome back to the Pirelli then. This time we welcome 23rd place Blackpool in a game that we have to simply be winning. Nothing less will do. I've decided we won't sign another centre midfielder. Charlie Webster can play centre mid. So we'll just utilise him should we need to. And we won't look to get anybody else in unless a scout finds somebody incredible and we can get him in on a good deal. We won't make any other signs. But the new man is in and he's up top to start this game. Morse has been dropped for the new man just to see what he's like. Give Morse a rest of his legs. And hopefully he can hit the ground running and get himself a debut goal. Boving is on the ball now. First touch in a Burton Albion shirt. What can you do? We'll just go back to Guest. There's nothing's on. Boving's there now. We'll find Conte. No, Conte's onside. Oh, he's hit the bar. What a ball that was from Boving. Oh, that is promising signs. Oh, Conte with a wonderful, wonderful run. Just spins his man, but just hits the top left hand of the crossbar. Yes, now inside. Finds Boving. Boving now can just maybe look to run some space. Boving shoots. Oh, good save from Chapman in the goal. Oh, this This fella looks the real deal. He really does. Just going to try and get the ball in now from Mikey Moore. Can we find Guest at the front post? No, we can't. The Doffin's there. Doffin will reset the ball. Mikey Moore keeps it in. Mikey Moore will try and dink it in again. Goes out for another corner. Again, I can never just seem to get corners to work. I'm going to whip this one in again. Moore's there. Guest is there at the front post. Can't get there. Winkley does win the second ball, though. And we'll go to Diarra. Diarra's just going to play this out wide again to Mikey Moore, and Mikey Moore's going to beat his man. Mikey Moore's going to drive into the box. He's going to try and Bovin. Bovin's going to shoot. Bovin scores on debut. Oh, he may only be on loan, but we may have a little gem here. And that's a wonderful, wonderful start to his Burton Albion career, no matter how short it may be. I mean, if it goes well, we'll look to sign him, of course. I think he was valued at £6 million, and he's showing exactly why. It's a wonderful goal. Mikey Moore does brilliantly. Bovin, brilliant first touch. Beats the keeper at their post. Burton 1, Blackpool 0. Conte now. Try and find Bovin. Bovin with a good first touch. Big, strong character, and finds Winkler. Winkler's just going to go inside and try and find the run of Bovin, but can't. So a good run from him, though. Do like what I'm seeing. The scouts have done wonders with that one. We won't get too carried away, of course. You know, plenty more goals, hopefully, to come from him. On the ball, finds Bovin. He's made another one of those runs. He's now down the left-hand side. Go inside, try and find Guest. Does find Guest. Guest is down into the box. Tries to scrape it back to Arconte. Arconte's in, and Arconte scores. It's a wonderful, wonderful Burton Albion goal. And it's wrapped off by the number 10. Arconte, who else but that man? Brilliant from Guest to win the ball back. Links up with the new man. Little 1-2 in the middle. Guest drives into the box. Squares it. Arconte, cool as a cucumber. Makes it 2-0. And we are looking pretty good for 3 points here. Yeah, I was just going to try and find Bovin, and Bovin takes a brilliant first touch. Can he get away from his man? He's going to have to try and cut back inside. Try and get on his left foot. Shoot from distance. Oh, it's just wide. God, he's a real threat. He's everything we want in a striker, and playing two up top, him and Arconte could be sensational. Moore's supposed to be shaking his head on the bench thinking, what have I done to deserve this? But it's the kind of man we need. Start of the second half there, Mikey Moore coming forward. Looking to find Bueno. Bueno's going to find Arconte. Arconte's going to go one more to the new man, Bovin. It's the dream start to the second half, and he's got his second of the game. Oh, what a signing he is. Could he be the difference between us getting in the playoffs and not getting in the playoffs? Let me know down in the comments if you think we found an absolute gem, because on paper and from what I'm seeing in this first game, he is a sensational player. He gets his second of the game. Burton 3, Blackpool 0. Thank you very much for the 3 points. Blackpool just with a chance here as Embleton comes forward, and Morgan has a shot at distance. Oh, hits the post. Would have been the only blemish on the record for today as Kororma's now coming forward. Going to try and find Bovin. No, sorry, Morse. Morse is onside. Can he find Kororma in the middle? Can find Kororma. Can he find Bovin for the hat-trick? No, he's hit the post. That will probably do us for the game, but Bovin should have had a hat-trick at the end, but it's a brilliant performance. We have signed an absolute monster by the looks of it. And his name is Bovin from Leicester City on loan. Give the fans a little clap, and that is a wonderful win against the side we should be beating. Let's not get carried away. Blackpool are 23rd, and we should absolutely be beating them. But it's a massive 3 points just to keep the momentum going at the Pirelli. It's Burton Albion 3, Blackpool 0. So simulated game time against West Brom. They're currently 20th in the table. We're going to go unchanged. Still for 4-4-2. Bovin's going to lead the line with Arconte yet again. The rest is unchanged. It would be wonderful to finish the episode on a high and a big 3 points. We haven't had many simulated wins recently. Let's hope for that changes now. And it does. It's a 2-1 win. Arconte gets the first before Fellows equalises. And Bovin's sent off on the 66th minute at 1-0. Oh no, the new man I've just been bigging up gets a straight red. And then Van Kooten with the 88th minute winner. Okay, we get 3 points, but the new man does get a straight red, which maybe it puts a slight dampener on things. So on deadline day, there is a big offer come through for our young lad, Roman Guest. £4.25 million from Leeds United. Of course, we are not going to accept it. We cannot afford to lose him. But again, big money being offered for some of our youngsters. Leeds United, thank you, but no thank you. We will reject that. Again, I'm not going to be signing anyone deadline day. My business is done. We do have money to spend, but I'm not going to spend it. I think the squad that we've got is going to be good enough to hopefully fight for the playoffs. I will skip through this. If we get any other offers, I'll let you know. Transfer window slams shut. We are done and dusted. This is the team we have, and this is what we will be keeping for in the run-in for the season. We will make sure that Bovin is obviously normally the man that will lead the line, but he is suspended for the next game. But that is the squad that we will go for on paper. It looks pretty strong. It's got experience, it's got youth, it's got pace, it's got strength, it's got everything we need to put in a good run. And a little look at the table then. As you can see, things are looking a lot better for us. It's extremely tight, but we are up to 5th place in the table. We're on 48 points. We're ahead of Stoke on goal difference. But as you can see, all the way down to 14th with Preston on 43. There is only 5 points that separate 5th to 14th in the Championship this season. We're going to need some luck along the way. We're going to need to keep grinding out results, but we are well and truly in the hunt. We are still 9 points off Sheffield United. The automatics looks done. We're only 4 points off Southampton, who are in 3rd. So we are well and truly in this. And if we had beaten Forest, we'd have been even further up the table. But we can't let that get into our heads. We've moved on from that. We need to focus on what is ahead of us. And at the bottom of the table, as always, we'll have a little look at the strugglers. It's Oxford who are down at the bottom. They're only on 15 points. And then Bolton and Blackpool make up the other relegation spots. In terms of the next episode, then, into the month of February, and of course, I completely forgot that the Carabao Cup semi-finals are a two-legged affair. So we have Arsenal at home. We are 2-1 down in that game, and we've got a decision to make whether we play it. We've got Burnley, Sunderland, Birmingham, and Southampton as the other 4 games. The Southampton game we have to play because they're up there. The other ones maybe we could get away with. Let me know down in the comments if you think we should play that home game against Arsenal for a chance for a trip to Wembley, albeit a very slim chance, but let me know if you think we should play that game. But that is us done for this episode. As always, a massive thank you to everyone for tuning in and showing the support as you continue to do on this series. The words in the comments have been really kind, so I really do appreciate it. And I'll be back in a couple of days for episode number 9.